The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the spark, but the fire was already waiting to burn. Behind the curtains of diplomacy, Europe was a powder keg, wrapped in promises that no one truly understood. For years, its great empires had built a secret web, hidden alliances, written in ink but sealed in silence. Each nation had pledged loyalty to another, vowing to rise in its defense, even if it meant total war. When Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, that web began to tighten. Within hours, telegrams flashed between capitals, coded, urgent, unstoppable. Berlin sent its assurance to Vienna, "You have our full support." Russia moved to defend Serbia, mobilizing over 1 million men across its endless borders. France followed, bound by its promise to Russia, and Britain hesitated, for just a moment. But when German troops crossed into neutral Belgium, that moment was gone. The world had just entered a nightmare. Trains roared through the night, carrying soldiers who still believed they were marching to glory. Families waved goodbye at dimly lit stations, not realizing they might never see their sons again. In the distance, artillery already thundered, the sound of the modern age waking up. Europe's ancient crowns had unleashed the machine of war, and no one could stop it now. On the morning of August 4, 1914, as the mist hung over the Belgian frontier, a single order was given. German soldiers, nervous and exhausted, crouched in the tall grass near the border village of Gemini. Ahead of them stood a handful of Belgian guards, farmers turned fighters, holding their rifles tight. Then, a single crack of gunfire echoed through the fog. No one knows who fired first. But in that moment, the peace of Europe shattered forever. The first shot of the Great War had been fired. Within hours, chaos erupted. German artillery opened fire on Belgian forts, their shells screaming across the fields. The ground trembled. Horses bolted. Civilians ran for shelter as flames consumed border towns. It wasn't a noble charge or a heroic stand, it was steel, fire, and confusion. Europe's finest armies were stumbling into the darkest chapter of human history, guided not by honor, but by promises made in secret rooms. Meanwhile, in London, Paris, and Berlin, officials gathered behind closed doors. Maps spread across tables. Coffee grew cold. And as each alliance was triggered, leaders realized what they had done. Every nation had prepared for war, but none had prepared for what came next. In the trenches, the rain began to fall. The smell of smoke and mud filled the air as soldiers dug into the earth, building the lines that would hold for years. A generation was being swallowed by the war machine, one that no single man had truly wanted, yet all had helped create. But beneath the chaos, something even stranger was happening. Documents began to disappear from government archives. A letter from Vienna vanished before it reached Berlin. A telegram meant for the Russian Tsar was mysteriously delayed. And rumors spread of an alliance no one had ever seen, a pact between two powers that weren't supposed to be allies at all. Was this a clerical mistake, or was someone rewriting history as it happened? As the first battles raged, a new war began, one fought in the shadows, with secrets and deception. And the truth about who truly planned the Great War remained locked behind closed doors. Because wars aren't just fought with bullets, they're fought with lies. And this was only the beginning.